Good afternoon, everybody. I'm really pleased to be here with all of you today. And I would like to actually, within the next 15 minutes, to share with you what has brought our company to the journey of transformation together with Google Apps. I'm CIO of Česká spořitelna, which is a universal bank from Czech Republic. Roughly 5 million customers, 700 branches, 10,000 people in our business. And I joined the company 4 years ago, and I realized that I came from totally different culture into totally different culture. The cultural change for me was a huge, even though we did the similar activities on the market. And I realized that if we want to really fulfill our ambition on the market to really stay number one, we have to do a lot of changes. Mainly the changes in the way how we collaborate, in the way how we support our people in their everyday business. We have built our transformation journey around 3 C's. First one is really the culture, the proactivity, the support of openness and the transparency. The second is the collaboration. I really strongly believe that the value of everybody is not just what the people know, but mainly what they share. And this trend is going to be growing. And third, the cost, not just the running cost for the solution, but mainly the derived cost from, for example, saving the cost for the traveling among the different locations and so on and so on. If I should stress a couple of main motivators for us to start transforming the organization from the old collaboration, different platforms to the Google Apps, there would be a couple of main points to mention. First, I found out that a lot of people in the organization, of course, are bringing their own devices, and they are starting using, for example, the Facebook communities to share the business information. A lot of people started to put their data, the business data, into the Dropbox. I got a lot of push from the business lines to implement a new video conferencing solution. I got a push from the head of the distribution network, 6,500 people, to implement a social media which the people in the branches across the whole country should be using. I got a lot of pushback from the users who every Friday afternoon had to spend time cleaning their 100 megabytes mailbox to be able to receive new emails on Monday, right? And I realized that if I start to actually satisfy all these requirements individually, I will end up with maybe a good solutions, but totally unintegrated. And I will get into the trap in the future because these all individual tools will not talk to each other. And therefore, we started to look around roughly 2 years ago, what can we do on the market, what we can find on the market. And we teamed with Google. And I will tell you now in a couple of slides like how we approach the project. And at the end, within my 15 minutes slot, I would like to show you on my real profile how my personal way of business has changed for last 8 months since we migrated 10,000 people to the new platform. The project itself actually was very unusual for me. I'm in the business of doing projects for 15 years, and always the project is that you start analysis, design, development, test, and so on and so on. And there is a fast rollout, quick training of the users, right? This project was totally different. We had the ready solution from the first moment. It was a huge, huge change. This wasn't about the implementation of the solution. This was about change management. This project was about educating the organization, educating the users, educating all the people around in the environment, how this tool can help them to do their business differently. If the people would actually approach the change that just one mail solution will be replaced by another one, they wouldn't benefit from that at all. We made something right, we made some mistakes. We are still in the journey of improving the adoption of the Google Apps within our organization. And that's not going to end soon. I can see now that it will really take a lot of effort. Even now we are 8 months after the migration. It will take a lot of effort to actually spread the whole potential of the solution within the organization. We started small. We started with the core IT, having there sort of like 600-700 users within the technology community adopted to the new solution. Then we moved to the early adopters. We call them Google Guides, and people who helped us to basically spread the knowledge across the community within the organization. And then we did a big bang. We migrated all the organization within the 1 weekend. Of course, there was a lot of risk in that, but managed risk. We have seen some increase of number of calls in our help desk the first couple of days after the migration, but it only took something like 2-3 working days, and on Wednesday we were back down on our average number of calls. The adoption was reasonably smooth, the initial one. To reveal and to explore the whole potential of the solution is still ahead of us. My personal experience with the tool now is that I'm really receiving personally less emails than I was receiving before. I returned the email to its initial role, which was to replace the physical delivery of the email. So I try to really check the emails in the morning and then in the evening. We moved a lot of communication to totally different media. We are using Hangouts for a lot of operational communication in the team. We are using a lot of communities in the company which are developed bottom-up. This is a huge advantage that there is a viral spread of information within our organization. Basically, the approach is that all the information people want to share, they can share within their communities based on their interest and not based on their organizational structure. Second, I have people available on literally 2 clicks. I'm sure that many people from my organization even don't know that I'm today not in the office, but that I'm in London, because we have our head office spread in 5 different locations in Prague, and I have to, of course, because of my role, commute among those buildings. And honestly, for me, there is no difference if I am sitting here in London or in these different offices. Since the morning, I'm online with all my people on all my team, solving the issues or the challenges as every other day. The third point which I want to mention is boosting proactivity. What I really realized is that I have really explored a lot of people within my team. I have 1,000 people in my organization who I didn't know, who I maybe didn't meet personally before that. But suddenly, as I go through different communities and different sites, I am actually virtually meeting people who I didn't know, and I'm revealing a lot of expertise which I maybe don't have to pay extra money for. And this is the last point on this slide. I'm a strong believer in the internal crowdsourcing. We have a lot of discussions, and I put just some questions to different communities. And as I'm moving between the meetings or between different agendas, I get a lot of responses from the team on how we could progress with this issue, how we could resolve this, what could help us there. And this bottom-up ideas flow is, in my opinion, one of the biggest advantages of such a collaborative platform. What did we do last summer? We migrated around 13,000 active accounts. Initially, we moved into the new environment as part of the migration, roughly 10 terabytes of emails. And we also migrated from the shared folders, initially something like 300,000 documents. After eight months, we doubled the number of emails because we are not archiving them anymore, right? So people are using the email in a totally different way than before. And also what we did, we didn't force people to use Google Docs. We are still using the Office. However, as we are more and more tied to the Google Apps platform, people are by themselves finding out what are the positives and what are the benefits of the sharing the documents within one location, working at the same time on the same document. And they are more and more, without any push, moving to the Google solution and replacing their old habits by the new ones. In remaining 4 or 5 minutes, I would like to show you the live demonstration of my account here. If I can ask you to put it on the screen. And you know, this what you can see here is it's my profile. So I am doing here a little bit of my personal virtual striptease for you, right? And this is a site of communities. Of course, I could go here into the mailbox, into the calendar, but this is not anything particularly interesting for you. But I think communities is something would help us very much now to move the flow of communication among the people into totally different platform. Here you can see a couple of communities for our top management team of the bank, or this is the 120 IT managers across the whole Erste Group. We are part of Erste operating in 8 different countries. This is, for example, the community of my direct reports, where we are sharing a lot of information, work-related, not work-related, updates, what's going on basically in the team. You know, these are communities which are managed by me, but there are also many other communities across the whole companies around the user experience design here, or stability of IT operations. You can see here the whole community of the project managers within our bank, and so on and so on. And as I said, the majority of the information is moving to this platform. Another very interesting platform is are the Hangouts. I guess that the Hangouts have been originally designed for one-to-one or one not too many online communication. However, we are maybe misusing the Hangouts also for some different purposes. If you have a look, for example, on this Hangout, you can find here that there are 98 users. We just removed one, but we cannot add more. It's up to now the limit of Google Apps to have maximum 99 users in the Hangout. But we are using that for incident management. This is a real Hangout which we use if something happens with the IT infrastructure or with the IT applications. There are the critical people from the team who knows immediately, who detects any issue in our infrastructure, put it here, and people immediately see the single version of truth. They have one information at the same time, and they can choose by their expertise if they should participate on the resolution of that, or if they shouldn't, if it's relevant to them or if it's not. And we have found this way of sharing the information as being very effective. Another way of having very useful tool for sharing information is a Google site. We have been creating a lot of Google sites in the company. This one is called One IT Dashboard. And I have to say that the reason why number of emails in my mailbox dropped significantly is that I am not receiving any status reports, any steering committee reports anymore from the team members. Basically, every project manager knows that he is supposed to go to the site. He is supposed to go here to the portfolio of the project, pick up the project, upload here the relevant information about his particular project. And if I am interested, I go here and I can see what is the latest status of that specific project in terms of the budget, time, scope, risk, and so on. So basically, I am not interested to receive any updates, because it happened to me very often that I read one version and then I come to the meeting and there is another version on the wall which doesn't fit mine, right? We have just one single version of True now, and everybody has a responsibility. This is the same like in supermarket. You know, all the providers are filling the goods into the supermarket, and all the consumers are taking what they need. And this is the same happening here. There are a lot of these sites for different purposes, even for example, IT help desk, online information about what's working, and if there is something not working, we put the update there immediately for all the branch people who can see it here. So this is the way how we are adopting now the Google Apps in our organization, and I have to say that I'm really proud that we put our organization on this track. I have to also say that probably many people or observers on the market didn't expect something like that from us, because we are perceived as a conservative bank. And I have to say that thanks to Google and thanks to our partner Netmail, who is a Google authorized partner who helped us with the whole implementation, we are really changing the perception of our organization on the market. And that's one of the side effects which I'm very proud of. So thank you.